Hi friends, welcome back to Arc Tutorials, and we are continuing with our node.js full tutorial series for beginners. This is the part 3 of the series, and today we will have a little understanding about the Chrome V8 engine, right? It's a JavaScript engine. A lot of people do know about node.js, they'll talk about express.js, they'll talk about all advanced things, but they don't know the foundations or the fundamentals. So when they try and attend an interview, they are asked, what is Chrome V8 engine? What's your understanding? How do you interpret it? And they go blank. Though they have worked on advanced technologies or advanced kind of implementation, but they lack the foundation. So this is very important in terms of understanding what Node.js is, how it works with Chrome V8, and why it is important for you to understand the capability of Node.js. Welcome back, friends. I'm your host and I'm your presenter, Sridhar Rao. Let's get started. So this is part of the Node.js full tutorial playlist. The playlist link is in the description box below. I, I have planned around 25 hands-on tutorials with live examples. Make sure you don't want to miss them. So please bookmark it and add it to your favorites. Again, if you have any doubts, just ask me in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer them. So today is the third episode where we are talking about Chrome V8 engine, and this is extremely important for from an understanding perspective. So let's get started. So these are the list of index outline that I have planned for you to learn in Node.js. Um, so first thing, usually what people do is they'll go and search for V8 engine, right? And then what they see is it comes up 8 cylindrical engine that is used in either trucks or high bolt engines and crankshafts, but that's not what we are talking about, right? We are here to learn about Google V8 engine and not V8 engine. So make sure when you search you don't end up learning about the automobile engines. Instead, you search for Google Chrome V8 engine. So you would see the first link which will say V8 JavaScript engine. That's the engine we are interested in, right? All right, so once you have done that, let me tell you what V8 engine is. So V8 Chrome V8 engine is a JavaScript engine which is of really high performance, written in C++ and used in Google Chrome. Remember that computers only understand machine language, right? It's either Boolean 0, 1 and not JavaScript or HTML objects. Now, the fact I'm telling you this is because all of the code that is written JavaScript is understood by browsers, right? But it's not understood by machines, right? Systems. And systems understand only machine language, right? So what needs to happen is that needs to be processed before it is sent to lower level machine language, assembly language. That's exactly the job of a JavaScript engine, right? So what does a JavaScript engine do? It will convert the JavaScript code into the machine language so that it can be understood at the lower level. Now, V8 engine can also be embedded into C++ code, right? Now that's a very extremely critical and important statement. That's why I've highlighted it, because if you're writing device drivers, if you're writing anything at a machine level, right, you can use V8 engine, right? Now look at this similarity here. V8 engine can also be embedded into C++, okay? And Node.js, which is written in C++, right? Which is written in C++, which means these two can be interoperable, right? And can be extremely deadly powerful combination to write application lower level language, right? So you can write JavaScript, you can write browser level using Node. Using V8, you can use the machine level as well. And that's what makes it extremely powerful. Some people think that Node.js is used only for writing web applications, which is not correct, right? It's only a part of it, but there is higher things that we can achieve at machine level using C++ and V8 engine and Node together. I've put together a simple diagram, if you may call so. This will give you a beautiful understandable code. So think of it like that. When you write JavaScript code, it's understood by your browser, right? It's not understood by your machine. So JavaScript, and if you see Node, it is written in C++, right? And V8 is also in C++, can be embedded into C++. So that's the second layer. That's the layer which will take your JavaScript, convert it into machine understandable language, and then send it to to their actual system or the machine, right? And that's what makes it really powerful. So when you go to interviews, when you attend interviews, they'll ask what node can do, or how can you do machine level coding using node. So this is your answer, that we can do it because it uses V8 engine. There is a wrapper around the V8 engine which is used by node, and using which we can send the data converted to machine level language. That's why things are fast, blazingly fast in node.js, because it's doing it this particular engine which is extremely powerful, that helps us. So I hope this gives you a kind of an overview about what JavaScript engine is and what V8 engine does, because if you are asked an interview, I expect you to answer it going forward, right? With that understanding, we'll start right with our first writing application in the next episode. So this is just a long story short. Node.js, which wraps V8, makes it extremely powerful to handle high level as well as low level task and operations of a system. So basically, you can rip apart anything and everything in a machine deep down to lowest level. All right, that being said, we'll start our practical hands-on sessions by starting with some basic recap on JavaScript classes and objects. I know a lot of you already know it, but there are few of our dear viewers who have insisted on brushing up on those skills of classes and objects, because Node.js is again JavaScript at the end of the day. So that being said, friends, I'll see you in the next episode where we'll talk about JavaScript classes, objects, and we'll deep dive with hands-on starting tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining. See you in the next episode. You have a wonderful day.